Bro, so I'm super chilling, I'm extra chilling, and I'm extra chilling this morning around 4 a.m. And I'm at the coffee thing, you know what I'm saying, trying to get myself some nice mountain grown coffee from the hills of southern Ohio. And this lady walks up to me and asks me, "Oh my God, did you know that Lena the Plug and Adam22 got a divorce?" I said, "Shut the front door. Who is Lena the Plug and Adam22? I don't know who the fuck that is. Who is that?" So she goes on to tell me who this is. So I'm like, okay, I'll go take a look at it. And I go online or whatever. I'm went to go take a look at it and everything. You know how I do when I'm doing my research. Actually, you don't, but this is how I do when I'm doing my research and everything. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand why people would be upset about a 304 leaving her pimp. I don't get it. I mean, literally, that man is a pimp. He is the definition of pimping white folks from Hunter's Point in the old HBO documentary Hunter's Point. That is pimping white folks right there. All right. So he was controlling all of the cash. Pimps control all the cash. All right. That's what they do. They are in charge of the fiduciary responsibilities of his employee. So you think just because he put a ring on her finger that meant love or longevity? No, that was a business transaction, as was probably the child, unfortunately, was a business transaction to ensure that he was going to protect his investment. Obviously, you know, divorce and everything comes into play, but being shocked that a prostitute decided to leave her pimp is not news. That is just commonplace, you know. Then the reason that was given, you know, they say that it was because of finances. They say it's because she wanted to go off on her own and do her own thing. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is that supposedly she got plowed by some dude named Love Jason or Jason Love. I don't know. And, you know, he had her making all these funny ass faces and shit on the video. And apparently my man was there to record it. Adam, again, a pimp pimping out his wife in order to, you know, obtain wealth. This is nothing new. It's been going on since the beginning of time. There's always been pimps. There's always been hoes. It's just, I don't know. You could put a ring on a hoe's finger and turn her into an honest hoe, I suppose. However, you still got a hoe, you know, and the fact that she wants to go off on her own and that she wasn't in charge of the finances and all of this other stuff or whatever, there's no heart in the pimp game, bro. You know what I'm saying? And from what I understand, dog had shit popping long before she got there. He was already doing his own thing or whatever as far as the adult industry and all of that other stuff is concerned. So again, why is this news, dog? Why are people shocked? I have no idea. Maybe it's the whole pretense or whatever that a hoe can be turned into a housewife. That has never been the case. A hoe gonna be a hoe whether she a housewife or not. That shit does not matter. You know what I'm saying? If it's in her, it's in her. If it's in him, it's in him. But my man or whatever was no slouch either. You know what I'm saying? So I saw videos where they was chopping it up with chicks, you know, and my man got to have sex with all of the women that she was associated with. Every last one of them. Obviously, it was going to be different when he decided to say yes for her to go do something with another dude because, I don't know, they say that it was what it wasn't and he's a cuck and all of this other shit. But no, he's a pimp. That is exactly what he is. He is a PIMP. Any woman that he ends up with is probably going to end up in the exact same position as Lena the Plug, maybe or maybe not minus the child. The only person that he probably gives a damn about is that kid and possibly maybe his family, you know, like his mom and his dad. I don't know. But as far as like relationship wise, nah, bro. That's homeboy is not going to lose no sleep over her. Most pimps don't. They just go get another hoe. And that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just commonplace. You know what I'm saying? As far as the whole, she said something or whatever about what is happening with dating. You don't use entertainers to engage or even to get a actual, I don't know, overview of relationships. Relationships have been being destroyed for years now. And it happened, I'm sorry, as soon as them crazy ass kooky feminists got into goddamn schools and shit, that was pretty much the beginning of the end because they started poisoning the wells as early as elementary school to create the divide between young men and young women. By the time you got to middle school, which was one of the 4 pillars for you to start meeting your you know, mate, your person, for you to start digesting or divulging into what a relationship actually is, that was pretty much the beginning of the end. You know, you're going through puberty. Oh, he has shoulders now. Oh, she's so pretty. That's middle school. You know, you get to high school, you get the age variation. You get the freshmen dating the sophomores dating the juniors, the seniors dating the sophomores and the juniors. You know, that's the engagement part of it. Sex may be on the platter or maybe not. You just don't fucking know until you actually get in there and you try it. But there is no getting in and trying it because it was destroyed back in elementary school. And by the time you get to middle school and you're going through all of these changes and everything else, it's already been depleted. So that's 2 of the 4. You got middle school, you got high school, then you were supposed to go to college. And now you're in there with the older kooky crazy feminist ladies and shit that are telling you or whatever that all men are trash and the gender dynamic and the gender this and my gender studies and the gender and the fluidity. Man, don't no motherfucking dudes want to be bothered with that bullshit. Just be a fucking normal woman. Just do that. Just be normal. Do that. Can't do it though, because it goes against the actual, you know, program, the agenda, whatever the fuck that is. I have no idea. I mean, they were talking about, you know, I just saw an article a couple of days ago saying that they just aborted 25% of the babies born in 2025. They were supposed to be something like 4,000 births, and they got rid of 25% of them. So 1 million baby deletions. What demographic of individual can survive when you're deleting 25% of a population? That is fucking insane. Moving on. So then you had the, so we were at high school, so now we go to college. You know, college dynamics is completely fucking destroyed because all the feminists that are about to enter the workforce are in there poisoning the well once again, you know, just repoisoning and repoisoning and repoisoning. And now you get into the job world, the job market. Now you're in the job market, and then out of nowhere, you're blindsided by Me Too. So Me Too has destroyed the 4 pillars for young ladies to meet young men that you're equally yoked or oaked with, yoked or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. You're equally, I don't know, jailed with, elked with, or whatever, elked, whatever. So now you run to the dating apps, not realizing or whatever that every woman on the dating app is looking for only the top 5 to 10% of men. You're all looking for the exact same man. So now you indulge in that and you get chose by one of the top 5 to 10% and you think that this man is going to commit to you. You are absolutely fucking nuts. That is not how that happens. You become a pass around, and then when men tell you that you're sleeping with the exact same men, you say, no, it's not true, but then the data's backed up by STD facts. You're all dating the exact same men in the top 5 to 10%. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. You know, you're using celebrities to gauge relationships. You're mad that hoes are separating from their pimps. What in the entire fuck is going on? Anyway, man, let me know what y'all think. I'm out. Peace.